Today we're outside the imposing frontage of the building known today as Salford Magistrates Court. The building was designed by Richard Lane and the foundation stone was laid in August 1824. It was originally the town hall for the people of Salford, complete with a market, offices and a police lockup. The police commissioners purchased the building in 1833 and by 1835 was in the sole hands of the Salford police, with the first court being held here on the 6th of January 1840. The courts are due to close in December 2011, bringing to an end of 171 years of local justice. Salford Online has been granted exclusive access to areas of the building never normally seen by the general public. I'm joined by Mary, the ALO officer for the courts, who has promised to show us some, well, to me, hidden treasures, unusual artefacts, most that will never have been seen by many people. And could you tell us what treasures we can see?
Well, we've got lots of archives from over 200 years ago. It's defendants from that era.
You just told me an interesting story. A couple came from Australia.
Yes, an elderly couple came from Australia, and I think it was a great-great-grandmother had been shipped to Australia. And the story that they told me was that she was produced before the police court, which I think it was then. Mm-hmm. And the great-great-grandmother came in just a cotton dress with a child under her arm and one holding one by the hand. And she actually took from here to Portsmouth in a wagon, in a cotton dress with two children, and put on the ship to Australia. And she was doing a family tree and history, and she just wanted to see what the building was like that a great-great-grandmother would have come out of.
Do you know what she was deported for?
It was for thieving.
Amazing, isn't it, when you think about it? Could we have a further look round there?
Yeah, certainly.
Amazing, look at this. As you can see in front of me now, this, to me, historian archivist, it's a dream come true. There must be hundreds and hundreds of magistrates' records of felons who've appeared before the courts over the years. What I've got hold of now is the Register of the Court Summary Jurisdictions, Prisoners' Offences, dating from the year 1910. So we'll just open it at random and see if any of your relatives are in here, shall we? The first name that I've come across, at random I hasten to add, is Mary Ogden, aged 47. Now she's accused of stealing from a clothesline at the rear of Davis Street one youth's cotton shirt, the property of the defendant, to the value of 1 shilling. The defendant's name was Ellen Rowland. Now she's just remanded in custody, so she could have been sent to prison, released, I'm not too sure. But so familiar, the drunken disorderly, warrant for missing school, believe it or not. Here's one here, I won't mention the chap's name, attempting to commit suicide by cutting his throat with a razor. That was an illegal act, suicide, attempted suicide anyway. You can just pick anywhere, drunk on Low Broughton Road, drunk on Monmouth Street. If I remember correctly, Salford had the highest record for a number of years, topping the drunkency chart. It was another first for Salford. Willfully breaking a plate glass window at 11 Broughton Road. That was John Ellison, if any of his relatives are watching. And John was fined 4 shillings for that offence. As I say, anywhere, these chaps have had a good night out. There's 5 of them, all charged with being drunk and disorderly on Chapel Street. All fined 3 shillings. All this chap's different. Breaking and entering into a house, stealing therefrom 2 items, the value of 8 shillings. He's been always fined £5. That was a hell of a lot of money in those days. Hopefully, we're going to be able to borrow 1 or 2 of these ledgers, and we'll do what we did last time on Salford Online. We'll put some of the more illuminating court cases on record for you and see if any of your relatives were miscreants in the past, shall we?